It's a Wednesday, not a Tuesday or Thursday. But my son's game was supposed to be tonight, and it was not. So we moved it to tomorrow, so I got nothing to do. So I think I'm just going to come on here and take an exam. We're going to take a Series 7 final. We're going to use Achievable. Achievable is wonderful. We're going to use them, and I'm going to put it up there, put a question. We'll talk about it. If you guys do it quick enough, and we'll try to get through as much as we can. I don't know that it'll get to, we'll get the whole thing done because it's 8:50. Wanted to do it earlier, but I had to go for a walk because I'm a fat piece of shit. I'm going to bring up the final in a second. We're going to go through it. I might be a little ahead of you, so I'm able to put it up there, leave it for 30 seconds because I can't do it directly through YouTube. If I could have and shared screen, I would have done that, so there's no delay. So we're going to see how this goes, and let's get on some questions. We're going to do some Series 7 questions. Maybe we get, depending on what happens, maybe we get through the whole thing and see our score. Maybe we don't, but let's try it. Let's see what happens. Let's have a little fun here. Hope you guys can read it when it shows up. Boom. Okay. Clayton, how are you? We're going to do a little Series 7 one to get together. Let's see if I can do this. I think I can do it. Let's see. Boom. Okay. Jackson, how are you? Boom. I love it. Awesome. So that's from, so we're going to try, Joe, how are you? So we're going to try this for a little bit, see how it goes. It may be a shit show because I can't get the screen working as well and see the chat at the same time, but we'll give it a shot. Let's see. If I make this smaller, is it going to make it worse? It makes it harder to, can you guys read this okay? And guys, if you want to check out the Achievable stuff, it's really good, okay? Achievable does a really good job on this. And boom, there you go. I love that, Joe. See, you can do the stuff. Send them. I'm glad they passed. That's awesome. Okay. So you should be able to see this, right? Okay. So we're going to give this a shot. I got it sitting over my chat. Let's see if I can make it a little bit bigger. Boom. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You know what it is? I think here's what I say about Achievable. They're awesome. I'll put the link in here. What I found, Gabe, how are you? So what I found out was they teach it better than anyone else. They teach this stuff. Okay. Do both. FA fishing. Do both. Get the Kaplan and buy the Achievable. I mean, like if you want to learn this stuff, do the Achievable. And here's the thing. This is what you do. What a lot of people do: buy the Achievable program, and then do the link. If you go on my Facebook group, the Finner group, there's a link in there with a $10 discount. You get a little cheaper, and then you just do the Kaplan questions. So we're gonna see. I asked them if I could do this. They're all for it. We're gonna see how this goes. Okay. So look, this could be a shit show. Be really bad. So is everyone reading the question? Can you all read the question? So I want to hear what people think about this. Your firm offers forms that allow investors to add durable power of attorney. I'm telling you, Chris is right. I'm telling you, the Achievable teaches this shit better than else. I do find the questions, some of them are easier, but some of them are hard, man. Some of them are actually hard. Get that shirt out of there. Went for a long walk. Okay, everyone. Ashley, how are we doing? We're doing a Series 7. And then if this works, maybe just once in a while, I'll just bring up a question. I'll do Series 6, 63, 65, 66. I'll do it live because this is fun. Keeps me awake. And then I'll just repost it the next day. So does anyone have an idea what the question here is? Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm a big fan of I'm going to get that through the test, right? So I'm a big fan. Yeah, everyone, where are you working? The Joe works, I think he works at Merrill down in Charleston. Okay. I love Achievable. Yeah, so the Kaplan questions, usually if you can break it down by chapter, it does make life easier. Okay, so we're all putting it in here. Okay, so now Clayton's on the game. Your firm offers you forms that allow investors, right? Your firm offers you a form that allows investors to add durable power of attorney to their accounts. A client of yours asks about the form. Which of the following, hold on. Oh, right, my screen is there, right? How do I fix that? Is there a way to move this? Oh, look at that. Hold on, can I move this? Let's see. How do I get rid of that screen? Let's see. That's a big thing with Achievable. They do a lot of oh, I see what I did. Here we go. Look, boom. There we go. I'll have to figure out a way to move this somewhere. Let's see. Is there a way to? Let's see. Oh yeah, exactly. The mustache and stuff. Absolutely. Let's see if I turn the on because I need to see myself, right? Okay. Let's see. Boom. Okay. I'm gonna have to move this over a little bit. Let's see. Okay. I'm in Jersey, baby. I'm in Jersey, sadly. Okay, we're gonna have to gotta get this back up, don't we? Hold on. There we go. That should be better. Let me get this chat part off, okay? Boom. Okay, that should work better. Hope everyone can see it now. Okay. Boom. Yeah, I'm telling you. Okay, so now everyone should see it. So we're saying which is false. Remember something, achievable is big, is massive on the old which is false stuff. Okay. They're big on that. Okay. So let's do this. So let's say your firm offers forms that allow investors to add jar power of attorney to their account, which is false. So let's see. So let's do top left. I'm telling you, you should check it out. It was right before I started, like 2 weeks before I started. They did that. I have a bunch of old stuff that I've seen up with. It's weird seeing your stuff on TV. Okay, durable power of attorney offers withdrawal authority, but not trading authorization. Okay, durable power of attorney ceases after death. So we're saying what's not true. So it does. So that's true. It ceases at death. Okay. Survives a customer incapacitation. That's true. And durable power of attorney can be rescinded by the customer at any time. So I'm going to say, right, what's false? We're going to go with this one. That's not true. Okay. Always remember, keep an eye on the old, boom. Okay. So we're going to go with that one. Now, the next one. Now, Gabe, you asked for the difference in a put and call. I do have videos on that, but here's my deal on this. See, you know what, Jackson, I might almost missed it too, right? Okay. So hope everyone got that one right. Score yourself as we go along. So now, Gabe, yeah, that's true. Somebody asked me about, okay. So the difference between a call and a put, right? Actually, I get rid of the answers, right? Okay. The difference, everyone do the math while I'm talking, right? I'm giving you guys time. The difference between a call and a put, okay, is the fact that a call gives you the right to buy and a put gives you the right to sell. So call is right to buy. So it's like a coupon. You have the right to buy something, and then it gets to and you have the right to buy it at a price no matter what. Okay. We're gonna get there. Okay. Boom. Hope everyone's oh, I should have warned everyone, but we're good. We got a nice group on here. Okay. So let's do this math here. So we go short 375 calls at 4 and short 375 puts at 550. So that is a short straddle. Do we agree that that's a short straddle, guys? Right? Okay. So now, right into options, baby. Okay. Now, and I have massive a lot of videos on the calls and puts. Okay. I have a whole thing where I talk about it. So when I go into the chart, I have that whiteboard, the box that you should use. Remember, I didn't invent it. I just tweak it my way. So now we have a short straddle. Can we see that this is a short straddle? No, I won't be able to write anything on the board here. I mean, maybe I can try, but it'd get confusing. So I'm short a call at 4 and I'm short a put at 550. So that's a total of $9.50 in my pocket, right? Okay. And if you put an answer in here, I want you to put answers in here. I'm not going to say whether you're right or wrong until I get to it. And remember, I can get shit wrong too. I promise you. Because I don't know. It's not like I wrote these questions. I don't know ahead of time. I'm not writing a test and then pretending to take it. I'm actually taking the damn thing for the first time. So as you see my other videos, I get shit wrong. So this is a short straddle. I want stability. I want it to stay at 75 so it expires. So the most I could make would be 950 per bond, per option, right? Loss is unlimited, right? So now let's talk about this a little bit more. That'll help a little bit. Now we have to do, so we're going to make 950 per bond, right? Okay, so let's try that. 950, $9.50 times, right? They do the math, right? 9.5 times 3 is 2850 times 100. There's your 2850. Does everyone get that? Okay. Does anyone not get how I did that? Okay. Boom. I love it. Okay. So if I short a strat, guys, max gain is premium, right? Tom says. And then you just do, remember, here's a couple of things. Make sure you count. So if you ever see your number or don't see your number, think, okay, maybe I did it right, but maybe I added wrong. Maybe I didn't do the 3 options. Maybe it's, stuff like that. So yeah, the answer for this is 2850. Boom. I think a lot of people got it. That's awesome. We're going to move on. Boom. Okay, here we go. Class A shares are associated with which of the following. Oh, so Jane, they don't do it that. Like, remember, it was 3, right? They don't do that. The only thing you can do then is you're going to go. They'll ask what your max loss is. Like if they say, "Oh, you bought 200 shares, right?" And then you sold 3 calls, they'll just ask what your max loss is. And since that's that's a ratio, right? What's going to happen is that you're going to have a, what do you call it? You're going to have an unlimited loss. I did, Jane, if you want, go take a look. I did a video, short, maybe 3-4 minutes, maybe about a week ago, on what, nobody watched it, which is fine. Which is more about helping people. And where I talk about how to do the break even when the options are different. Okay, when you have different options. Okay, boom. Okay, boom. Okay, so we're going. Class A shares are associated with which of the following choices? Okay, so what are we doing here? So now let's talk about it. So Class A is a front end load. It's great for long term, a lot of money, right? And then Class B pays a back end redeemed. Okay, and then Class C, it's going to pay like a sales charge every. You pay a level load like you're paying a 12B1 for every year. So I'm going to say Class C is for high 12B1 fees. Everyone try to get this. Hope you're keeping along. Class B is for like middle, and then Class A is like lower. No. Now, remember, Class A shares are charging the sales charge up front. So that's why there's a low 12B1 fee. Boom. I love it. So it's got to be top left. Boom. And this would be good, guys. And if you like this stuff, if you like the way they do these, you want more questions, go check out Achievable. I got a link here. You can go do it on, I have on my Facebook group, on the Finner Exam group. Go join that. I have a pin thing where I have the link. Help me out a little bit. And you get a $10 discount. There's a code in there too, which is pretty awesome. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Another option question. An investor goes short 100 shares of XEL stock at 86 bucks and short at 85 put at 375. What's the investor's break even? Okay. Everyone work on this. We're going to work on this a little bit. So this is a covered put and we're bearish. We got to know that. That doesn't matter with the break even. Now, remember, if you remember the way I do options, guys, right? It's going to be, if it's the same, you look at the actions, right? It's always going to be stock plus or minus premium. Does anyone have an answer for this? We all quiet for this one? Come on. Okay. Maybe somebody are answering. So now it's always stock plus or minus premium. And remember from my videos, if it's the same, you add. If it's different, you subtract. So if it's the same, you add. If it's different, you subtract. I know there's a little delay, so I'm okay with it. By the way, what's funny, look what I have on my TV. I have the whole thing on my TV. That's very funny. Woo. So I can see, I can pretend, okay? Now, so since it's the same, it's both a sell and a sell, we're going to add, and we add to the stock price. So we're going to do 86 plus 375. That's going to be 89.75. Boom, everyone. Awesome. Bottom right. Make sure it's not false. We got it. Boom, I'm going to pick that one, and we're moving on. Okay, here we go. So Jackson, why do you want to say 88? I'll go back. Jackson, why are you saying you got to add? Remember, you're adding it to the stock. I know what you did. You added it to the strike price. You don't add to the strike price. You add stock price, this thing right here. You add, remember, you're adding it to the stock price, okay? Not the strike price. Okay? Hope that helps a little bit. It's always stock plus or minus. Yeah, exactly. So hope it's added to the stock price, not the bond price. Okay. Next one. All of the following can be bought on margin. You know what's good about this? This is slowing my ass down. Because I remember I took one of the achievable SIEs once. I was like, oh, I'm going to try it and just ran through it. It took me like 19 minutes, right? How do you learn from that, right? Okay. And this is even better. There's no face on here. You don't have to see my face or anything. Okay. I'm naked under here. That's horrible. Okay, now. All of the following can be bought on margin except. So remember, this is another except question. Be warned, when you do when we look at achievable, they love the false and excepts and stuff like that. It's just their style, right? Everyone has styles, okay? Right. So all the following, good, Jackson. I like that. All of the following can be bought on margin except. Everyone try to jump in here, okay? So so we can buy bonds on margin. We can buy common stock on margin. Okay. Damn right, Joe. 100%. I love it. Okay. So let me see something. Okay. Got it. Okay, so I got a couple of people on Facebook watching. Okay. Catherine, cursing. My bad. What do you say? Oh, mutual fund, you're saying. I got it. Okay. So agree. So you can't buy, and Jackson nailed it too. You can buy bonds, ETF, publicly traded funds with the close ends, mutual funds, ETFs. You can buy all on margin. You can't buy mutual funds on margin until, like as Jackson said, until after 30 days. Once you've had it for 30 days, you can borrow against it. So right, good stuff, guys. Mutual funds. I love it. Okay, here we go. Issuers taking part in a Reg D offering. This is fun. I like this. This is fun. Okay. I don't think we'll finish the whole thing because it's going to take like 9 hours, but we'll see. I only have 198 minutes left. And I have to eat dinner at some point. If I do this, if this works, I'll try it earlier. Issuers taking part in Reg D offerings may sell securities to how many non-accredited investors? Okay. Boom. So issuers taking part in a Reg D may sell to how many non-accredited investors? Oh, this was a layup for everyone, I think. Okay, so this was a layup. You all got it wrong. No, you got it right. Okay. Yes, Joe, it is much more fun. I love doing trivia when I know the answers, right? Okay. So, right, it's 25, everyone. Boom. I think Michelle Mentor typed in 25 because there's no 35. There's no 25. I like it, guys. Up to 35 non-accredited. Now, let's do a little aside on this, okay? If it's a Reg D 504, anyone can buy. If this is for Reg D 506B. Now, interesting, Reg D 506C, as in Charlie, no unaccredited can buy. Remember, you got to find the best answer, right? So there's 0 unaccredited can buy, okay, on a Reg D 506C. But then you can also do general soliciting because no retail investors are buying. I love it. Okay, let's get on this. Boom, on to the next one. Okay. Okay. Interest rates fall while a client holds an interest-only loan. This one's going to be a tough one, so you can get it. This is probably not testable, but it's fun to do. I'll give you all a couple minutes to work on that. Okay. Zoe taking the SIE, but that's good. We'll do an SIE probably next week. I got one from another vendor that they want me to do it for them. Boom. Okay. So Zoe, this is for the 7. Okay. But if you're doing the SIE, that's fine. This is only for the 7. I'm going to probably do the SIE later in the week, maybe next week, something like that. Go from there. Zoe, so look, are you taking the 7 after this or the 6? Okay. So some of the ones, Zoe, that are hard, don't sweat them too much. But if you don't want to be on here, okay, yeah, it'll help. But here's the thing. If you go into my playlist, if this is too much, right? If you go into the playlist, I have a taking finals playlist where I take like 4 or 5, maybe 5 SIE exams. Oh, boom. So this is it. You're just on the last hurrah. That's awesome. So if you want, go take, everyone's answering. I'm talking because everyone needs to answer, right? Boom, Roxanne. I love it. So Zoe, so yeah, I mean, this is great. You'll know some of this, but I have other videos where I take SIE exams online and everyone says it helps. Okay, everyone. Looks like everyone's answering. Interest rates fall while a client interest only CMO is whatever. What statement is true? Okay. Boom. I love it, Zoe. We're going to nail this. Okay. And Roxanne, you're going to nail it on Friday. I know you will. And so will you, Zoe. I know you're going to nail it. So, right. Interest only loans move with the interest rates. Okay. Interest only loan. Boom, Jackson. We got this, right? Interest only loans move. Interest only CMOs. God, I can't talk. Will move with the interest rate. So if interest rates fall, the market price will fall. Very good, guys. Boom, boom, boom. I love it. I'm going to say the market. Oh, Volat. I must press the wrong one. Good. Okay. Oh, here we go. Now this one, I'm looking at it. I think I disagree with them, but take a look at it. If a customer wishes to obtain a variable annuity and request an illustration of returns, which rates of return can a register rep project? And now, here's my problem with this. I wonder if it's going to be current market rates, but this is a tough question. And I'm probably going to get this wrong. So everyone take a look at it. If a customer wishes to obtain a variable annuity and request an illustration of returns, which rates of return can a register rep project? And I have an issue with this one because I go on the FINRA website all the time and they have strict rules on this. Yeah, here's my thing. So, but if you show one, you have to show another, right? So the reason it's not 13 and 9 is because they're too high, right? So you usually have to show 12 and 0 I have to talk to them about if they saw somewhere else where it's 2. But right, we go with the 12%. If you're going to show 12%, then you also have to show a 0% return. If you make a projection of 12% on an annuity, remember this, guys. If you make a projection of a 12% on an annuity, then you also have to show a 0 return to offset it. And FINRA does require that. That's on their website. So you do 12, but the best answer is 12 and 2. Watch, I'll find out we're wrong. Yeah, you can say that I'm going to go with this one with the 12 and 2. But you're right, it could be higher. Okay. Right. I think it's 0 and 12. I think, watch, there's probably some sort of nuance that I'm missing, right? Like maybe if you show 4, then you're okay at the current market rate. But I'm going to 12 and 2. I think you're right. You could be absolutely right, Chris, that it's the 4% because that's a current rate. Because you only have to show the 4 if you show the 12. You only have to show the 0 if you show 12. But we're allowed to get them wrong, right? That's good stuff. Okay, next one on. Muni bonds are most suitable for what type of investor? Muni bonds are suitable for what type of investor? Remember my saying. I'm letting everyone answer. Funny, James. Very funny. I am not rich. Trust me. I am not rich. Okay, so let's go with it. Muni bonds are most suitable for what type? Okay, remember this. What do I say? Rich people buy munis, poor people buy corporates, and wimps buy treasuries. Okay, boom. Exactly. So rich people buy munis, poor people buy corporates, wimps buy treasuries. Now that doesn't help you, right? Because let's throw it up. So it's not seeking capital appreciation. And this is one of those where you have to find the best answer, right? Not the right answer. The big whales, right? So I'm not sophisticated either. So have you heard me talk? Seeking capital appreciation, no. Low income, obviously not. And seeking flow through losses, that's a DPP. So right, it's going to be sophisticated. I love it. Awesome. Boom. It's the best answer. Love it. Okay, here we go. Okay. Yep, pretty girls drive Mercedes, right? Pretty girls drive Mercedes. Or pro golfers don't miss. Or as my teacher once said to me, he goes, when I walk into this test, I go, please God deliver me, right? Oh, boom. Okay, I love it. Pretty girls drive Mercedes. Whoa, Joe, what's crazy? Wonder why they take so long. Okay. So pre-group designated member. We're going to go with bottom right. Some of these ones I'm going to do quicker than others, right? Okay, good. Bottom right. I love it. Awesome. Okay. Here we go. What did Clayton say? Hold on. PGDM. Remember that. It's in a month. That's crazy. That's your firm more than FINRA, I think. Because I did stuff. It takes 2 days sometimes. Takes 2 days sometimes, Joe. Pro golfers don't miss. Some people do that. I love it. Okay. Register up resigns from their position in order to pursue a career in underwater basket weaving. What statement is true regarding their licenses? Okay. Now there's an update to this. Okay. Maybe we will. Don't sweat the alpha and beta. They're not really that hard. Remember, beta is a multiplier. I think I did a video on it. Just remember, beta is a multiplier, right? So if the return, if you have a beta of 1.5, right? And the market goes up 10%, you're going to do 1.5 times 10% to get your return. And then if alpha is what you do above that, right? So let's say you have a 10% return. The market has a 10% return. You have a beta 1.5. 1.5 times 10 is 15%. And if you do better than that, like if you do 17, you had some alpha. You did 2 points of alpha. Okay, boom. And remember, if it's more than one, it moves a lot. Okay, guys, you know I'm going to keep talking while you do this stuff. Okay, when I get a bunch of answers in here. Okay, so right. So here's the thing. So if you leave the business, okay, SIE is 4 years. Now, interesting. I spoke to FINRA. Everyone thinks I've gotten so many calls that go, I've been working at the firm and I've had my SIE. I took it 3.5 years ago. It's going to expire soon. And I spoke to FINRA. Your SIE will not expire as long as you're still working for a FINRA firm. It's indefinite. So, and I had one girl, she had to take it on like the 9th of November. And I said, no, she pushed it off. She took her 7 later and she was fine. Boom. Okay. Now, here's the deal. So if, what do you mean they updated to 2? I just spoke to them and they said it was 4. But so here's what happened. Let's add on to this. So your SIE lasts 4 years unless something changed in the last week. Your Series 7 lasts for 2 years. If you leave, now here's the interesting part. You can join the MQP program. Now that's it. We're going to say that it's 2 years. We're going to go with that, right? But I'm going to have to make you suffer through my talking a little bit. So they actually added the MQP program means you can work on this while I talk. The MQP program, okay, will now. Oh, got it. Okay, yeah, it's always right. Okay, yeah. Sadly, I talked to them way too much. Okay, there's 2 or 3 that I have on fucking speed dial, and they call me and I call them. So the SIE is 4. No, Roxanne got it. It's 2. So SIE is 4. 7 is 2. Now, and they have me on speed dial. So, like I was at a conference this fall, and I was talking about this MQP program, and one of the guys in front goes, "Oh yeah, I watched that video." I was like, "That's not good. That is not good that you're watching my damn videos." Okay, so but whatever. But we were joking about it because I talked about the new MQP program that if you leave the business, you can extend your inactive thing for up to 5 years. Okay, you can enact it up to 5 years. Okay, boom. Okay. Now we're gonna have to do this on paper, right? So we're gonna pick. You guys are gonna pick, and we're gonna go from there. Now, so it's 2 years. The answer is 2 years, but you can extend it for 3 years. And yes, guys, your CE used to be every 3 years. Now it's every year. We have all year to do it. Okay. Investor purchased 800 shares on July 7th. 10 days later, he buys another 800 shares, and then on July 4th, they sell 800 at 66. So this sounds like a wash sale, right? This sounds a little bit like a wash sale. So what do they do in the wash sale? They take your loss. What'd you lose? Okay. So you bought stock at 83, then you bought stock at 65. Okay. So it should be a 0 loss. And then you're going to add your loss to your new cost basis. Let's see what we do. So we bought it at 83, lost it at 60, sold it at 66. So how much did I lose? They won't do that. They won't be this cruel to you. But let's do it. Okay. 83 minus 66 is 17 plus 65. There it is. Okay, so here's what they do. If you sell stock for a loss, which is the 66, they go back 30 days and forward 30 days. Okay, so they go back 30 days and forward 30 days. If you bought the stock or bought a convertible bond or bought a right or bought a warrant or any of those things, okay, then they would take your loss and add it to your new cost basis. So I had that happen. I bought Tesla and I had to dump it at the end of the year for a reason. I lost 40 points on it. It's fine. So then when I bought it back into it at 160, I'm like, why is my cost basis 200? They said, because you did a wash sale. He wanted to explain to me. I said, nope, I get it. I fucked up. I forgot. So what they do is they take your cost basis, they take your loss. Now remember, so you bought stock at 83 and sold it at 66. That's a $17 loss. Okay. That's a $17 loss. And then they go back 30 days and they go, okay, only back to the 17th. So that means it's within the 30 days. So that means it's a wash sale. You bought the stock within 30 days. That's a wash sale. Okay. So that means they take you. What happened is they're going to add your loss of $17 to your new cost basis of 66. So you should have a 0 reported loss and an $82 cost basis on current position. That should top right should be the answer. Does anyone not get how I did that? Does anyone not get how I did that? Okay. Yeah, exactly. Boom. So again, we're back to right. So all you do is you take your loss, the $17, and you add it to where you bought it. That's all you're doing. And that's your new cost base. So we're going to go 0 loss because you can't take it. And then $82 cost basis. Boom. Love it. Okay. Here we go. Next one. True Incorporated. Okay. Yes, I can. I'll go back. Let me go back. So let's go through this. We bought stock at 83. Fine. And then we sold stock at 65. And we bought more stock at 65. And then we sold it at 66 for a loss. Okay. So now, when you sell your stock, which we sold on July 24th, they will look backwards 30 days and forwards 30 days, back to June 24th and forward to August 24th. If you bought the stock in it, okay, they disallow your loss. They say you can't take the loss. So you still lost the money, but you can't use it to write off your taxes. So whatever you did lose, which is you bought it at 83 and sold it at 66, whatever you did lose, they're going to add to your cost basis. So at 83, sold it at 66, you lost $17. And remember, we'll play this again. I think I've lost $17. You lost $17. And then what happens is they add that to the price you buy it. Boom. So you're going to add it to the 65. You add 17 to 65, you get 82. Again, small thing. Most of the time, it's more about theory. Just remember, Clayton, the big thing is, right, people try to do this to claim a loss, 100%. They do this and say, oh, I really bought the stock, but I sold it for a loss, or I want a loss and I want to own the stock. And that's what the IRS is trying to prevent you from doing. On the exam, for the most part, you probably just have to understand that if you bought the stock within 30 days, they disallow the loss. That's the deal here. Okay. Okay, back to Drew Incorporated. You can watch it again. And Clayton, we'll try to figure out a way to get you. If you join this, okay, good. I'm glad you got it. That's awesome. I never know because there's a delay and I don't see faces. Okay. Right, exactly. Right, Joe, 100%. Drew Incorporated sells stock to the public soon after they formed and created their corporate charter. And what market did this transaction place? Okay. It's funny. I would, guys, if you want to go off and come back later in an hour or two, I'm still going to freaking be here. Go get lunch, have lunch on me. So keep going. I want more than one person to answer. Shouldn't it just be Clayton? I got other people on here. Let's do this. Okay. So the first market, second market, primary market, second market. Okay. I got 2 people answering. Come on, people. Let's get on this. Okay. So, right, when you issue shares for the first time, or actually when you issue shares and the company receives money, that would be the primary market. I love it. Remember, so let's go through. Primary market is a primary market issuing shares. First market is the stock exchange. Second market, okay, right. So second market, actually, they all exist, actually. No, it's that's very funny, Zoe. Absolutely right. So primary market is the answer. First market is a stock exchange. Second market is over the counter. Secondary market is the over. So we have the primary market, new issues. Then we have the secondary market, which is all the shit trades. The first market is the stock exchange. Second market is over the counter. Third market is stock exchange, stocks trading over the counter. And then fourth is like institutional trading, like ECNs and stuff like that. So the answer is primary market. Boom. Primary market is where it goes. Boom, boom, boom. Love it. See, Joe, it doesn't matter. You don't have to get it right anymore. You pass. You're done. That's all. You didn't get dumb. You just forgot the bullshit. Okay. Okay. Which of the following backs describes the backing of a GO bond? And it's funny, I would usually try to play the Jeopardy stuff here, but it doesn't work because if I do it, then they demonetize me. They fucking give me a copyright strike. I've been on the wrong end of that a couple times. Fun stuff. I got one answer. Okay. Glad Facebook. I'm happy that helped a little bit. That's awesome. My job, that's my goal in life, is to help people pass. Okay. So The GO bond, remember, GO bond is all about taxes, right? Okay. So it's not revenues. Top left, we throw it out. Again, no, business taxes, no, I don't like that. Full faith and credit is close. So GO bonds, right? Everyone's right. Full faith, right? So there's 4 markets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's a primary market, right? Primary market is new issues or any kind of we're raising money, and then in the secondary market there are the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Primary, first is stock exchange, second is over the counter, third is over the counter trading of securities, and fourth is like ECNs. Boom, love it. Okay, so this answer right here is bottom right. Think everyone got that right. Awesome. Ooh, here we go. A little DMM. DMM, the specialist on the stock exchange. And now here's the thing on this. They think this rule is still here, but it's not. So I'll let you all take a look at this one and work through it. The DMM, designated market maker, it's on a stock exchange, displays the following inside quote: 52.25 for 400 shares and 500 shares at 52.35. Which of the following trades could the DMM perform for their own account? So here's what they're going by. So the DMM cannot compete with orders. That's not true anymore, but they all believe it's there. Okay. Okay. So because now they're almost as blind as everyone else, they can buy and sell on they can buy on the bid and sell on the ask. But let's go with that. You can't. So you can't compete with orders that are out there already. So 52.25 for 4. You can penny them. So let's go start knocking it out. Okay. So now. So 400. So 400. Okay. So the whole point is they're trying to compete. So you can't compete. Bottom right would work. You're allowed to put the order. Okay. You can't do the trade. That's interesting. Perform for their own account. Right. I would say you're right. That's actually a good point. They may have adjusted to the rule. So if they say it's wrong, so here's the thing. They can compete. Can they buy 300 shares at 27? Sure. They can do that. That's in the middle. That's not competing with anyone. Can they sell shares at 438? See, this is where I'm going to go with that's probably not what they mean. I think they mean place a trade, okay? So they didn't actually do the trade. They're placing a trade. They're placing an order. So I'm going to say that they're back to you can't compete. Because if you can't do the 500 at 22, then you also can't do the 400 at 38. So here's the thing on this, okay? You can execute at those prices, but they can place orders there. They can absolutely place orders that are worse than the market. So I'm going to say it's going to be top right because they can't, according to these rules, and they're gone now. They can. So in reality, they can place them all. And on the exam, they probably won't ask this question anymore. But selling 400 shares at 52.35 would be competing with an already out there order. So it's the same price, selling 400 shares at the same price as basically a customer order. So they can't do that. So they're going to say the top right is not good. Buying in the middle, you're okay. That's fine. Buying, trying to sell it above, you can try to do that all you want. And if you want to buy it below, you can try to do that, but you can't compete. So according to these rules, they could not buy 500 shares at 25 or sell shares at 35. They cannot do either of them because that's competing. And I don't like the rule, and I'm going to talk to them about that. Boom. Okay, here we go. Little customer account stuff. And Catherine, don't sweat if you get them wrong, right? This is what we're trying to find the weakness. It gives you something to look at. A client of yours. Yeah, I'm telling you, Clayton, you won't. They got rid of the rule. That's why they got rid of that rule. Everyone do this one. Take a look at it. Okay. A client of yours owns an individual account. Now remember, that's the one thing. You guys, there's no ABC and D on this. I like the test. They do that so that you can take exams over and over again and not run out of questions. They kind of have a template. A client of yours owns an individual account at your broker-dealer. They unexpectedly pass away and their surviving spouse notifies you of their death. Okay. The spouse requests withdrawal from the account to pay for funeral expense. What statement is true? Everyone keep working on it. We're going to work on it. Okay. What are we thinking? Right. Yeah, no, you can't select it. You're just supposed to put it in here in the chat. I'm going to give you a chance. No, you can't. You're going to put it in the chat. So I know how they ask it. Okay. So here's the deal. Okay. Yeah. So then, boom. So let's go through the whole thing. Usually, if it's a beneficiary, right, they would only have to do A. Okay. But we're saying that we don't know if there's a beneficiary, right? That's the thing. Okay. Okay. So what are we thinking? What are we thinking? Okay. So let's go with right. You have to right. So the answer is not going to be 1. So I'm going to go. I don't like the question because it's up, but we have to go with that. Okay. So C is probably true. Okay. C is probably that's a thing, but we should be canceling all the trades anyway, right? So it's C we're going to throw. And it's not always accessible. If you can show a valid will listing her as a beneficiary, then you would probably need the death certificate. I'm going to go with 2 because remember, it's not the perfect answer, it's the best answer. So I'm going to go with 2 because you only, if you're the beneficiary, you have to show a death certificate. Okay. If we show, here's the thing. So I like A and B. So I'm going to go with B because I think it's slightly better. Okay. Boom. And I don't think it's not accessible because basically, if you can show the beneficiary, they will sometimes let you access the money. Boom. We're going to go to the next one. Right. So she would have to be the beneficiary. Okay. It is tricky. Okay. Right. Oh yeah. Oh, so yeah. You can put in the comments. So yeah, Carol, if you want, what might be easier, if you join, you can either put it in the chat and I'll see it like you did, or if you join my YouTube channel, you can get it directly. Okay, we got it, Clayton. Hang out and we'll come back for you. Carol, if you want, go to my they're saying I'm torn on that. I get it, but there are times when you're a beneficiary, you can show that. They left a couple things out. I'm just picking the best one. I'm not worrying about it. That's the thing. We don't. That's the thing about taking like a savage. Just go on. So, Carol, if you go on my YouTube on Capital Advantage Tutoring, if you can do that, you can see all the people talking too. That's the one downfall of the LinkedIn that it's and the Facebook. They don't. I don't think they see everyone too. Like I could do this so everyone can see the chat, but then it blocks out the answers. So when somebody puts an answer, like a thing in here, if you put a type in here, hey, right, you're going to lose it. You're going to lose. Boom. Yeah, you're going to lose. You're not going to see the answer. So I wanted to get rid of that. Okay. Right. You always want the death certificate. But the reason I didn't like it is because it said only. Okay. Boom. So Carol, maybe you want to come over to YouTube unless you just want to put your stuff in the chat. I'll see it. Okay. Marlo London, a 16-year-old investor with a net worth of 105 grand and an annual income of 40 grand. Okay. It's funny, in my mind, I thought he lived in London. Okay. Is fairly risk averse and has a conservative investment objective. They were told by a friend that a short straddle is a good investment for flat markets. Which is true? Okay. Now remember something, guys. Okay, remember something. If you choose this, and Carol, you can say on LinkedIn, I'll see your choices, I think. Okay. But remember something. You got some answers to choose. Say, look, B sounds very close because it's for flat, but that's not it. With C, very close. But here's the thing with it. This person is risk averse. Yes. Boom, Carol. Dead on. Perfect. Right. Everyone got this right. You can't do this because it's a short straddle and it's an unlimited risk. So if someone who's risk averse is not a good idea. Now, it is absolutely good for someone who is looking for a flat market, but there's a lot of risk on here. So we don't want to do that. Boom. Okay. Okay. The next one. All of the following organizations enforce MSRB rules for banks except. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make sure that people can see the chat on the way out because people want to probably see that. Wish there's a way to make this smaller and have the chat work. Everyone work on that. Let's see. Can they see the chat? Oh, you can see the chat, but I want to make sure you can do it on the replay too. We're having a lot of fun here. Hope we are. There's that. Boom. Couple of things I'm doing just to make sure that we can get this on here. Live chat replay. That's awesome. Anyone can boo. I'm not going to worry about that. We're gonna have a lot of fun on this, I think. Boom. Okay. And next week I'm doing I'm gonna do a Notman, which is awesome. A Notman essay exam, and then I'm gonna do see what they say. We'll go. Hope they don't mind me doing it. Okay. So all the funding organization enforce MSRB rules for banks except. Okay. Except. Everyone except. I'm gonna say this again. Not. So let's go through. The Federal Reserve Board covers banks. That's a yes. Yep, Jackson, I do them all. I have a couple 66 videos out there. I teach it. I do all that shit. People are picking up on this. The OCC, Officer of Comptroller of the Country, covers banks. FDIC covers banks. That's the little thing. If you ever go to a bank, there's a little sticker. The Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. So the answer is SEC because the SEC does broker dealers and muni dealers that are not banks. So the answer is SEC, people. Everyone, the answer is SEC. Cindy wins, okay? Because everyone jumped in FDIC because we're all lemmings. We jump on each other. No, I'm kidding around. But remember, banks, these three things are the banks, okay? Federal Reserve, Office of OCC, and FDIC. Boom. The SEC covers securities. I love it. Boom. But sit on the Iron Throne. We're a little bitter, aren't we? Okay. Oh, here we go. This is going to be a little math, guys. We're going to do some math. I'm going to do this while we're talking. Not bad. Art, we've done 50 minutes and 19 questions. We'll see how many we get. I'll probably kill it at like maybe an hour and a half or something so you guys get to break. And then maybe I'll just finish it up another night and then you can jump on. Okie doke. Let's do some calculator action here. Everyone get paper and write this shit down. Okay. Does everyone get why it was SEC, the other one? Yeah, and yes, Jackson, I have a whole 66 playlist. Okay. Over the next several months, it was a total of 8-9 grand qualified, none of it reinvested. Okay, so now. So we put 120 grand in. We get 89.16 qualified dividends, okay? Okay, so we make 141. July 15th. Oh, so they're bastards. Okay, so they did it hard. So now 89.16 qualified dividends. I don't like that because they shouldn't be in a fund, but we'll leave it at that. So MSRB writes the rules. FINRA and the SEC regulate the rules. Like if you're a municipal broker dealer, they will be the ones that come in and inspect your offices. Okay, they're the ones who come in and say all that stuff. They're the ones who come in and check your books and records and make sure that you're following the MSRB rules. So they have nothing to do with them other than that FINRA and the SEC regulate the broker dealers on behalf of the MSRB. So that's going to be times 0.85 is 70. I can't write it down anywhere. And then, hope we're doing this. So we got the dividends, and then we have the growth. Good. Okay. And then we have 141 minus 128 equals 13 grand times 0.68%, 8840. Ooh, okay. So 8840. Is that what I made? No, that's my taxes. Okay. Right? That's what I'm bringing home. Everyone remember that 8840 and then 8960. It's FINRA and right. So it's normally FINRA, but then if the SEC's there, it's them too. Then 8960 times 0.85 is that. Huh. So Carol, how did you get 17.1? Because I can't write it down. I can't remember my numbers. I can't remember my numbers. This will kill me if I write them down. Okay, so let's do this. So we're going to do, we got the growth, right? 141 minus 128 minus 128. It's 13 grand. Now, since it's, I'm glad it's helping. That's awesome. Now, since it's a year or less, it's going to be at the person's tax bracket. So you multiply that times 0.68%. That gives you 8840, right? So we get, so our after-tax return on just the growth is 8840, okay? Then you got to pay taxes on it, right? Now, the other thing is we have a dividend that we have to pay taxes on, 8960. Now, it says it's qualified, which means it's going to be at 15%. To be 85% of that, I would say 0.85 is 7590. I'm going to add them together, plus 8840, 7590, plus, I can't add, 8840 plus 7590 equals 16 grand divided by 128. 12.8. It must be 12.83. Okay. Right. So boom. Okay. You got to add the dividends. Right. So you got to add the dividends and the growth. So I should have, you made 8840. Now the question is, I disagree with the qualified part for a fund, but we're going to go with it. Okay. So remember, since you're in the lower tax bracket, I don't think you pay 20% if you're there. So I'm going to go with watch is going to be, let's see something. Let's see if they screw with us. 8960 times 0.8 plus 8840 equals that divided by. Okay, so it's got to be the 12.86 because even if you do the higher tax bracket of the, so remember, so let's go through this. I mean, 89.16 qualified dividends. Qualified means that it's I know, Joe, you don't miss all of it, right? So the dividends you have to pay tax on. Remember, whether you invest them or not, you have to pay taxes on the dividends. Okay, so you're going to get 89. Well, it should be 15 or 20, Ashley, right? So it's 15 or 20. Oh, do you only pay the 20 if you're in the highest tax bracket? So let's go with the 15. So you're going to pay 85%. You're going to bring home 85% in taxes on the 8960, which is 7,590. Okay, I wish I could draw on this. There's too many moving parts. I can't do it. Then as Carol said, I did one. Oh, you came on YouTube. It makes it so much easier. You can see everyone else. You do 141 minus 128. That's going to be 13 grand, right? times that times 0.68% gives you whatever it is, 75.90 or 88.40. Then you add them up and you get that number, 16 and change. You divide that by the original, and that gives you 12.86%. Okay. There you go. Oh, there you go. Boom. Okay. I should be here for at least another hour. Yeah, go head home. Don't stay at work, please. I would feel bad. Okay. So I think it's going to be 12.86. And remember, you're going to end up watching this tomorrow anyway. I'm going to be on here. Even if there's one person on here, I'm going to still probably keep doing it. Okay. Okay. Oh, no. Carol, I can. Oh, while you're driving. Yes, I can try that. Okay. So how would a corporate debt fund be classified? And remember, you get to watch it tomorrow too. How would a corporate debt fund be classified? Okay. Oh, where did the, okay, let me go back to that. Hold on. So this 0.68 came from, now think about it, Catherine. I'll go back, Ashley, I promise I'll go back to it. Catherine, what is the tax bracket we're paying? 32%. So you're probably gone already, right? Okay. So I promise I'm going to go back. So 32% taxes. That means you're bringing home 68%, right? So if you pay 32% of your income in taxes, you're bringing home 68%. So that's where the 0.68 came from. Okay, let me go back to this. Okay. So how would a corporate debt fund be classified? So I'm going to help you guys a little bit. Now, there are really only three things. I mean, there's other things, but there's really only three things that are considered as far as goals. There's growth, there's income, and there's safety. That everything, there's offshoots of that, but that's really where we are. There's only three things: growth, income, and safety, and you usually don't do more than one at a time. You can do some income and safety with treasuries. You can do growth and income with convertibles and some kind of fund. But this is a debt fund. This is bonds, okay? I hope that helped Catherine a little bit. So now, and you can watch it again. I wish I could write on the screen, but I can't. So now, see, I could have set it up through Zoom. Maybe next time I'll do it that way. So why was everyone saying growth? What kind of bond, what kind of fund is this? So if I say growth, Clay, oh, you're back. So if I say growth, I'm thinking common stock, I'm thinking convertibles, maybe some options, stuff, but not even growth. So that's what I'm thinking. When I hear debt, I think income. When I see debt, okay, so you got to take your time. What do I say? Read the fucking question, people. Read the effing question. I have that video. Read the question. Read every word, okay? So make sure you read every word of the question. So and guys, if a commercial pops up, let me know. I don't know what happens with that. So a corporate debt fund will be classified, since it's debt, it would be income. Because income, okay. Right. You want the money. You buy bonds to get paid. So this has to be an income fund. Wonderful. Wunderbar. Okay. What would end up on an order ticket? What would not? Remember, read every word. It's an accept question. It's kind of cool to see it on the big screen. Okay. Okay. Quiet. If this was radio, I got it. Look, we get it. Everyone got this one right. We don't put the objective. You think there's going to be a hard one. You don't get the objective. See how good Achievable is? They're good questions. They go all over the place. Awesome, guys. I love it. Everyone nailed it. Objective. We don't do that. Good questions, stuff like that. I like it. Even if you think they're a little easier, they are challenging you, which is awesome. Okay. And you see, I'm telling you right now, that's every vendor has their own thing, right? Like Kaplan likes the math, Past Perfect like to make you feel stupid. STC has their own stuff. They don't have enough questions. Achievable loves the false. They like a lot of the false and accepts, but they're great. And again, if you like the questions, go check out go on my Facebook group, and you can go. There's a link there you can buy. It should be in this thing too, and there's a code for a discount. You guys are all doing this stuff, okay? Principal, like where I went every day in school because I never showed up on. I think my entire sophomore and junior year, I never ate the full lunch because every time I had lunch attention every fucking day. Okay. All of the following are associated with best efforts underwriting commitments except. So which is not, right? Best efforts would be mini max, that's fair, agency, all or none. Those are all the, so right, principal, boom. Principal is firm. Exactly, Jackson. Principal is firm. Hope we're having fun here. Hope this is working for you guys. I'm having a little bit of fun. Because this way I'm doing this test, but not alone, which is awesome. Okay. Which of the following options are combined for position limit purposes? Position limits. What are position limits? Those are the things that you can have over a certain number of options on a certain side at any point. Okay. So like big firms is 175,000 contracts, smaller ones are 125. Oh, good. I'm glad you like it. Okay. Keep you all up late. Look, it's almost 10. You guys, if it was my Thursday night, you'd have bailed on me already. Okay. I will try to start this earlier next time. I really want to do it early, but I gotta go walk because I start reffing in 3 weeks, and if I'm not in shape, I'm dead. Okay. Quiet. Okay. Now, so position limits are how many options you can have at any given time. And what they do, Clayton, don't worry about it. We're gonna get you through the options. I promise. Go do that thing. So now, okay. I should just watch it on the big screen, but then I can't answer the questions. So position limits, they pair up bulls with bulls and bears with bears, right? So it's the bullish options and the bearish options. So if you, the whole deal is that they don't want you having so many shares to buy or sell, right? So like if you had 175,000 contracts, probably not, Zoe, but we can get this, right? Okay. I think achievable could be better than STC. As far as teaching, 100%. So I tell a lot of people what they do is buy the achievable and then get the achievable and then buy the cap and questions. Okay. This is definitely a Series 7 question. Okay. By the way, achievable is better than everyone for just about everyone. Notman's pretty damn good too. For this. So now let's talk about this. So you're going to match the bulls with the bulls, okay? So you do are the buying options, right? So long calls get put with short puts, and long puts get done with short calls. So you do the bulls with together, or you do the bears together. So let's find this. Long put, short put, no. So they have to be puts and calls. So long calls and short puts, top right looks good. Long puts and long calls, no. Long calls and short calls, no. So it's got to be top right. Does everyone agree? See what I'm saying here? That it's going to be the bullish stuff, okay? Boom, you match up the bullish with each other. Now, the other thing, okay, this one, I disagree with what they're going to do. This is the one thing I hate with them. They're not going to answer this question on the test. I actually don't understand how they get to come up with the math. I really don't, but we'll figure it out. We'll just guess in this. But again, position limits are preventing you from owning too many options where you could destroy the market if you exercise them. So they have position limits and they have exercise limits, the most amount of options you can exercise in any 5-day period. So this I'm not even going to do. We're going to just pick an answer, but we are going to look at a couple of things here. So let's do the whole thing. So let's decide. Let's do the accretion. That part we can do. The taxable interest part I never understood and I never cared. I hate these, and I should tell them. I just don't. I'm like, my ego is there. I don't want to admit that I don't know something. Okay, so now, so if I have a 10-year bond for $90, so I know it's $900, so it's 100 below par. Remember, I know. So do I. But you can at least get it down to 50-50. So here's my deal on this. The bond, you can't see my screen. That's right. So the bond, you can't see my face. The bond is at 90. So what you do is you take the distance from par and divide it by the number of years to maturity. So it's 100 points below par, and it's 10 years to maturity. So you're going to do 100 divided by 10. That means every year you're going to accrete by 10 years. After 6 years, you sell the bond at 96. So after 6 years, your new cost basis is 96. Okay? Your new cost basis is 96. So I mean you have no capital gain or loss. Because look, where did you sell it? You sold it at 96. If you had sold it at 97, you would have a $10 capital gain. Let me do this again. You bought it for $10 below par. You take the discount below par and divide it by the number of years to maturity. That's $10 or $100 divided by 10. That gives me $10 a year. Okay? Every year I'm going to raise it by 10. So I'm going to go from 90 all the way up to 96 or 960, right? And then I sold it at that price. So I have a zero capital gain or loss. And I don't care which one I do. I'm going to pick because I don't really care. So I'm just going to pick that for the hell of it. Hope everyone got that right. Okay. Okay, here we go. A client is researching currency options. I think Carol's in the car now. A client is researching currency options. Whoa, that was quick, Roxanne. A client is researching currency options and finds one long British pound 180 call at 8 when the euro is trading for $1.83. If they were to perform an opening purchase, what would they pay? And remember, don't overthink this. They're paying $8 for the euro call. They paid 8 for the euro. If they were to exercise, you would be right, Roxanne, but they didn't say exercise. Opening purchase means buying the option. Opening sale means shorting the option. Closing sale means getting rid of the option that you bought, and closing purchase means covering the option that you wrote. Okay? So, you paid $8. Just multiply times 100, people. Pretend that says IBM $1.80 call. What would the answer be? I need answers on this one. I need people to hit me with answers. It's one person answered. Roxanne, you understand it now, right? Boom, boom, boom. I love it. Okay. Boom. And guys, if you like doing the options with me, feel free to join. I have two things going on. I got your captive audience. I'm going to hit you. I have an options video. You can join my $20 option program where you get to see all my options videos, how I do it. I do it different. Everyone else does the T-chart. I don't. I do a more visual way. Secondly, if you want to really go for an extra $50 for a total of 50, you get everything. I do a Zoom class on options every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Just throwing it out there. And now we all have it. We bought the calls for $8 times 100 is $800. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Now, if they had said, "What do you pay if you exercise?" Then that would be 18,000. But then if they said, "What was your cost basis?" It would probably be 18,800, which isn't here. Boom, $800. Boom. Okay. So what are you struggling with, Ashley? The options. Listen, I'm not trying to be greedy, but join the group. For really, if you join the $50 group, you're getting the 7 group and then the Sunday group. So it really works out to be $50 a month for 8 meetings. That's like $4. It's like $4 for Are you in this? Do you come on this in the study group on the 8 o'clock one where we do options? The options one is great. We just do options on it. I'm not trying to make you upgrade. Yeah, I am, but it's really good. I actually posted. I think I posted it for people. I'll make sure if it's not out there tonight, I'll make sure I have the one out there where we do the class and how getting one. Again, look. The choice is either you pay me $185, right? Yeah, it's right. Remember, you're also struggling on either Kaplan or Pest Perfect or STC, and all the vendors' questions are harder than the real exam. All the vendors' questions, okay? All the vendors' questions, okay? Okay, boom. Okay, got it. Okay, all the vendors' questions are harder than this. Okay. Ooh, I like all these people. Smith, I will probably do one at some point, but remember, Smith, I do the Tuesday, Thursdays all day long. I do the Tuesday, Thursday, that's any exam. The other thing is if you go on my website here, this one, I do a Zoom group where I help with right before my live, from 8 to 8:30, I do from 8 to 8:30 every Tuesday and Thursday before the live, I do a Zoom class with for the 63, 65, 66. Smith, join in. My website, it's free. Just go on there between 8 to 8:30, right before the live Eastern. I do that. Okay. Boom. Now, I am but I'm going to help you out. What are we thinking? Boom, boom, boom. Okay. I'm going to let everyone work through it. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. It should be. What are we thinking? I'm going to let everyone, let's have a discussion about this, okay? Let's have a discussion about this. What are we thinking? So why do we think that the charge, and I disagree with some of the stuff they say, but it is fine. Okay, so let's go make sure we got this. Okay, so now when you come on here, you have to disclose. Okay, so you have to disclose. Okay, you have to disclose anything that you book. So you have to disclose it. It's going to show up on your. It's going to show up on your U4. Any kind of side job. Okay, you have to disclose to the firm, and it's going to show up. Let's see. Does mine? Did mine? That's a great question. Okay. Right. So secure. So it says, have you ever been charged? Top left is there. Okay. Right. Non-securities misdemeanor. Okay. Okay. So now I'm trying to get through this. So hold on. I'm letting you all talk to each other, see if you can get it. Okay. So now, if you have what's going to happen here? Okay. Now, if you have any kind of felonies or misdemeanor, so the rule on U4 says, have you ever been charged with a securities misdemeanor or a boom? Right. But they say, have you ever been charged? That's the difference, okay? That's the difference, okay? I love this. This is awesome. I love us having this conversation, okay? I wish I could show the screen. It'd be great. Hold on. If I can see if I can share the screen, maybe. I don't know if I can do this. If arrest of a charge with a crime is arrest required to be reported. An arrest without a charge, okay. One second. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Now, I love this question. I'm going to go with, okay. Right. So this is my problem with this. So I'm trying to find the question. I'm trying to find the question on here. Okay. On the actual U4. I always had it. Here we go. That's what I'm looking for. I'm going to read the words directly so we get it. Registration effects, affiliated firm, residential history, employment history, even up to now. So a side job and you're working at it, right? Okay. Now, have you ever been, ready? Here it is. Have you ever been convicted or pled guilty to or nolo contendere in a domestic charge to a felony? Have you ever been charged with a felony? Boom. So there that is charging felony, right? Okay. Based on activity, have you been convicted or any felony? It's always about a felony. Have you ever been convicted or pled guilty or nolo? If you have ever been 14B1, where are we? If you are, have you ever been charged with a misdemeanor specified in 14B1, which is investment related business, fraud, false statements, omissions, wrongful taking of property, bribery, perjury, forgery, counterfeiting, extortion, or conspiracy to commit any of these offenses, okay? Basically, the rule is if you've been charged, if you've been convicted, it's only misdemeanors that are in that list. So that's why top right has to be the answer, okay? because you have to list all your jobs. Like I know the OBA, you have to list all your jobs and you have to put whether you're still working or not. It's got to be the top right, because you have to convict. If you are convicted or charged, even pardoned of any felony, well, pardon, you still have to disclose, because it says, have you been charged? Okay. Remember, they do ask on the U4, they ask if you've been charged, okay, with any securities or any felony or any misdemeanor that is in the oh, Erica, there you are, you're on. Okay. You asked me to do this and I do it, right? Okay, good. So it asks about charged, okay? Charged with any felony or any misdemeanor that falls under the bribery, perjury, ethical, taking of money, investment related, stuff like that. So a non-securities related misdemeanor conviction, I don't give a shit. Especially if it was, I think it was a while ago, right? Wasn't it outside the purview? Yeah, it's too long anyway. Good, okay. And by the way, if it's during the 10, I know it's hard, during the 10 years, okay, remember something. During the 10 years, if you were charged, even not convicted, charged with a felony or securities misdemeanor or taking a money misdemeanor, you have to at least tell your firm. You don't have to disclose it to FINRA, but you got to tell your firm. Okay, here we go. Oh, here we go. An investor currently holds 150,000 ABC calls. They're long. He holds 150,000 long calls, which has a position limit of 300 grand. The investor wants to add additional options to the portfolio. A transaction in which of the following would exceed the position limits? So we know that for long calls, we're talking about short puts at some point, right? So it's either going to be 135 or 165, right? So which would put it over? We're not going to do short calls because it's the opposite side. So we're doing the opposite, 135,000 short puts or 165,000 short puts. Now, this is easy, right? I mean, because you just picked the bigger number, but let's add them up. 150 plus 135 is 285. Right. So that would put you over. And again, Zoe, this won't be on here, but it's good to learn. So this would not, yeah. So the 165 would put you over the 300 grand. So we're going to say bottom left, 165,000 short puts. And why is it short puts? Because long calls and short puts go together, and long puts and short calls go together. Bear with bear, bull with bull. Boom. A dispute arises between a firm and a customer, which they attempt to resolve by mediation. All of the following terms are associated with mediation except. All of the following terms are associated with mediation except. I'll go with that. I agree, because everything else is voluntary. We're going to say this is, so the answers are, sorry, I believe Carol's driving still. The answers are non-binding, voluntary, public, or informal. That's the four, okay? So dispute arises, they go to mediation, which is not true. Non-binding, it's not non-binding, voluntary, informal, public. So which is not true, should be not be public because you're going to keep it quiet. Okay, good. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. A Build America bond. These are gone though. A Build America bond issued in 2008 to reinforce many of the municipalities and structures. How much of the owed interest is the municipality responsible for? This is a tough one. See if you can remember the rule on this. So again, a Build America bond is issued in 2008 to reinforce many parts of the municipality's infrastructure. How much of the owed interest is the municipality responsible for? 30, 35, 65, 95. So I'm going to explain this. So when they build these Build America bonds out there, the government said, listen, we want you to do this, okay? They want you to do this. And what they're going to do is they're going to allow, okay, the government is going to pay up to 35% of your interest costs. So if the federal government is going to pay the 35%, how much are you responsible for? If the government is going to pay up to 35%, How much is the municipality responsible for? Take the other side of it. 65. Okay. The answer should be 65. So this is what they did. They said, we're going to let the cities and towns issue taxable bonds. And they said, we know that you have to jack the rate up a little bit. So we'll reimburse you for up to 35% of that extra money, which is kind of what everyone has to pay everyone. Right. So then it's 65%. Boom, boom, boom. Love it. Okay. 65%. Love it. Okay. Here we go. Which of the following orders guarantees price but not execution? Which of the following orders guarantees price but not execution? Buy 600 shares of Uber at the market. Buy 600 shares of Ubers at 42.10 stop. Sell 100 shares at 41.16 stop. Sell 700 shares of Uber at 31.01. So which one guarantees a price but not execution? So which one is guaranteed that you get a price but you're not going to guarantee an execution? Right. So I think some people are nailing it. Okay. So now remember, they're not saying, if I said guaranteed execution, Jackson and Ms. VP, you would be right. Boom. Facebook, go get some sleep. Go get some sleep. Boom. I like it. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Go get nailed. Okay. Okay. They're saying guarantee a price but not execution. So if you buy at the market, you're guaranteed execution but not price. So buying 600 shares of Uber at the market would guarantee a execution but not a price. Buying at the market means just buy it. I don't care about price. Just get it. So the top left is wrong. Ashley, you got it. Okay. And I think you nailed it, Ashley. So buy 600 shares of Uber at the market, not an answer. Bottom right is a limit order. They never say the word limit. Understand something. In my life, and I worked on the stock exchange for 20 something years. Not once did somebody say buy 1,000 shares at 42 limit. They call up and say buy 1,000 shares at 42 and hang up. And I knew that it was a limit order. So limit orders guarantee the price 31.01 that promises that you'll never sell it below 31.01. They will never say the word limit ever in your life. Okay. So the answer is bottom right. You're selling it at 31.01, but no lower than that. Oh, Carol, you made it. Okay. So the sell 700 shares of 31.01 is the answer, because you're guaranteed the price, but there's no chance there's no guarantee it's going to trade up to 31.01. And the reason the stop orders are not that is because once it triggers, you're going to buy it at the market, whatever that price is. So it could be anything, literally anything. Okay. So the answer is bottom right, limit order. I love it, guys. Okay. Emerson is an affiliate of a publicly traded company and a significant amount of shares. There are 5.6 million shares outstanding, and the 4-week trading volume is 67,000. The largest number of shares that Emerson may sell is, okay, let's do it. This is rule 144, baby. And it's funny, it seems easy, but this is literally how the test does it. Okay. The test will be this clear. They're not going to, they might give you a bad one, but every time I've taken it, the 144 questions, they give you the trading volume. So, right. So 144, right? So it's the greater of 1% of the outstanding, 4 weeks trading volume, 4 times a year. I'm doing hand motions. You can't fucking see me. So 1% of the outstanding, 4 weeks trading volume, 4 times a year. I love it. So it's going to be the higher of the two. So 5.6 million times 1% is 56,000, and the forward trading volume is 67. So that's the answer. 1% of 5.6 million is 56,000. That is right. 1% of 4-week trading volume. I love it. It's in the rule. So it's going to be 67,000. Remember, the 67,000 is the 4-week trading volume. The 5.6 million is 56,000. That's lower. It's the higher of the two. Awesome, people. Awesome. Typical character of a bond with a marketability. This is so much fun. Typical characteristics of a bond with marketability risk include which of the following? Typical characteristics of a bond with marketability risk include which of the following? active trading and lack of demand, active trading and surplus of demand, inactive trading and lack of demand, inactive trading and surplus of demand. Boom, I'm going to give you, remember, marketability risk is when you can't sell the shit. Quiet. It's so quiet. Okay. So let's get, so in marketability risk, so I'm going to knock out the two left sides, active and active are out. So, right. So the point, right. It looks like everyone's getting it. So it's going to be top right. Okay. Inactive trading and lack of demand, right? Because you try to sell the damn thing and you can't because there's nobody willing to buy it. So if there's no demand, you're not going to sell it. Awesome. So I keep wanting to click on it there. Boom. Active trading and lack of demand is the answer. Good. Okay. A broker-dealer employs a registered representative that is married to the CEO of ABC, a large publicly traded company. In order for the representative to make a recommendation of ABC Industries common stock, Reg BI enforces which of the following rules? The conflict must be disclosed if the recommendation is made to any investor. The conflict of interest must be disclosed if the recommendation made to any retail. The conflict of interest must be disclosed to an institutional. There is no conflict of interest that must be disclosed. I better not do that. So what is Reg BI for, huh? So what is Reg BI? Now remember something. I think we're getting, some of us are getting it. Okay, so here's the deal. Reg BI is for the way that broker-dealers deal with retail investors. This could, Zoe, this could be on the test, okay? So Reg BI is for when broker-dealers deal with retail investors. Does anyone want to change their mind? Retail investors. Does anyone want to change their mind? I'll say it again. It's dealing with retail investors. So I have a video on this somewhere. Right, institutional, screw it. They can do whatever they want. Perfect. 100%. See, I'm already limited because I cursed. That's funny. Okay. Funny. Who would mark my video? Who would dare mark my video as not suitable for? I just wonder who that would be. Now, okay. So we're going to go with B at number 2. I love it. We're back to that. Number 2. Boom. That's why my internet's so good, right? Okay. Which security is least subject to inflation risk? Come on, people. Come on, everyone. We're going to get this one right. Which is least tips, baby? Okay. Yeah, no, Carol, it doesn't come in email. You get the link. So on the Sunday night option class and all those, around 2 or 3 o'clock Eastern, it comes through YouTube. It may come through you. If you set on notifications, yeah, it'll hit your email and your text message too, I think. Or if you turn on alerts, hit the little bell button and hit all, then every time I do something on that, and I don't go crazy, but on Sunday afternoon, the links will go out. Boom. Okay. Right. So the par value will adjust. Right. So on tips, so which is least subject to inflation? Tips, treasury notes, equipment trust certificates, or CMOs, it's going to be tips because they adjust the par value for the inflation rate. Absolutely. They par value for the CPI. Boom. Good, Ashley. I'm glad there. That's awesome. Just remember, you'll get the you'll get, and if you look, and if you don't get it, just if you comment on one of my, just make sure you can check the community tab around 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern, and you'll get it there. Which of the following is considered a primary? Which of the following is considered a primary offering of securities? Okay. Which of the following is considered a primary offering of securities? APOs only, IPOs only, IPOs and APOs, and neither IPOs nor APOs. Just in case you guys don't understand, Achievable loves this, and you guys are getting it. An IPO is an initial public offering, and an APO is known as an additional public offering, also known as a follow-on, which means the company's getting it. So it's going to be, forgetting to come on. So yeah, just make sure you go right now. Anyone on here, if you're on the YouTube thing, hit if you're going to join the groups, hit the notification button, because we put all this shit out here all the time. Okay, fucking me. It's not we. Okay, now, so the answer is IPOs and APOs, both of them. Okay, an additional public offering and an IPO are both considered primary market. Okay, now if it said secondary offering, then no, that would not be part of the primary, because that's a secondary is when one of the shareholders, like one of the big shareholders, puts their shares out there. Boom. I love it. Every time I see the word Steve, I think Scuba Steve. Okay. IPOs and APOs. Boom. Love it. Okay. Okay. Well, again, let's just try to get the capital gain or loss. Don't worry about the taxable interest. Everyone do this one. An investor purchased 15-year $1,000 par bond. I get this wrong every time, guys, so don't worry about this. An investor purchases not on the real test, but on theirs. Purchases a 15-year $1,000 par 12% treasury bond at 115. At the end of 13 years, the investor sells the bond at 105. If they choose to amortize the bond, what are the tax consequences? So let's do this. So we take the amount above par, the 15, okay? We take, oh, right, there you go, Steve. I got it. See, I didn't make the connection. Feel bad. He kind of got ripped off. He got beat up a little bit for that, because I don't think he's a bad guy. He's just, Jordan Belfort kind of beat the crap out of him with that. Okay. Now, where are we? Calculator. So I'm going to do 15 divided by the 15-year bond, right? So 115 divided by 15. That means it's $10 a year. And then 13 years later, I'm dropping it by 130. So I'm going to do 1150 minus, not divided, 1150 minus 130 gives me 1,020. So make sure we got this, okay? So if you buy a bond at 115 and you choose to amortize, you're going to take the amount above par of 15 or 150 divided by the number of years, which is 15, and that gives you $10 a year, or even 1 point if you want to call it. Okay, then after 13, that means if it's 13 years later, okay, if it's 13 years later, you're going to drop it by 13 times 10. That's $130. So now the bond is now 102. And you sold it at 103. So you have a $30 capital gain because you bought it at 102. Technically, your adjusted cost basis is 102, and then you sold it at 105. So that's a $30 gain. So that's why top right is the answer. Hope no one likes these, but that's fine. And this is how we know that we're not worried about the numbers, because there's only one where we have a $30 capital gain. Let's just double check. Bought it at 115, right? It's 15 years to maturity. I'm taking off 1 point a year. After 13 years, okay? I dislike them too. On the real exam, they're easy. On this exam, they're hard, okay? So after 13, I drop it 1 point for every year. So my new, yes, I do. I absolutely have a video on this. It's under bond. I think it's the bond math video. I'll try to find it. So you drop it by, but you don't have, remember, the taxable interest part is not the answer. It's the capital gain part that's going to come on there. So you dropped it to 102. Your new cost basis is 102. They said you sold it at 105, so you made $30. Boom. Okay. Here we go. 199B. I'm going to look on the other thing now, see if I can find it. Okay. So let's see, bond. There you go. I'm going to put this in the chat for you, Mrs. VP, okay? Do that. Oh, here it is. Hold on. Oh, I must have just deleted the damn thing. That would have been funny. Not. Okay, Miss VP, here we go. There's the video for accretion and amortization. I'm letting everyone answer this one. Yeah, so it's going to do the capital gain loss and how long you held it for. I love it. So we're going to go with top left, no dividends, baby. I love it. This is the thing. These are the things I never fucking worry about. I've never seen questions on them. So my mind just goes, fuck it. I don't care. There's certain things like the whole federal farm credit shit. The banks, I don't care at all. I care about getting that. And listen to me. I don't know the 1099B stuff, the DIV, all that shit, which is what's your dividends. If you ask me a lot of date shit, I don't know. I don't care. I don't care. It's not my fucking problem. And I don't worry about it because it's not really going to be on the exam that heavy. Okay. Because that's the thing. So you got to take this like a savage, right? Just pick an answer. Or as some people say, take it like a bad bitch. Okay. Just fucking be badass on this thing. Okay. All of the following risks are potentially applicable to debt securities except. Okay. Here we go. Which one of those is not applicable to debt? Remember, we read debt this time, right? Okay. Do 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 do. What is not? So, Jeremy, what is not applicable? Do you want to change your answer, Jeremy? There you go. Okay. Huh. Okay. So remember, what's not applicable to debt securities? John, what's not? Read that again. What's not applicable? And the answer here is going to be not market risk. There's no market risk. Here's the thing, there is, but it's the best answer, right? They definitely have default risk because it's bond. Okay. Yes. I can't stress that enough. Read the fucking question. I'm demonetized. It's over. Okay. Inflation, absolutely. Interest rate risk, absolutely. Market risk. I have a whole video in my series, the 24-hour before the test videos. It's called Security Suitability. I go through every single security that could be on the exam, and I talk about what it's good and what's bad. I think it's a good video. I don't waste your time either. Remember that. Boom. And by the way, you could technically have market risk if the interest rates go up because then the price goes down, but they don't call it that. Okay. Okay. This is one I don't know either. I never fucking know this shit. So somebody has to tell me. I think I know what it is, but somebody else has to tell me. Okay. Go on. If Rourke, can you go? I don't know. Can you go on the If you go on my Facebook, it's easier that way because I don't want to look it up now. If you go on my Facebook, on the Facebook Finner Exam Group, I don't know if you're on it or not. And yeah, I'm not, Carol. I am not a fan of Exam FX. I think they're too light. But Rourke, if you go on in the Facebook group, Finner Exam Group, and I think I have it. Oh, you know what? I think the link shows up. I think I added the link to the description. It'll show up. I have my link plus a discount code. They give you like $10 off. Okay, so now. So I'm going to go, we'll go with net direct debt. We'll go with that because that's what it is. I don't even give a shit. I don't care. We'll come up with it. Well, I'll hopefully if I finish this, I don't know if it'll be tonight, but then I'll go through all the explanations of ones I got wrong. Okay. Here we go. Next one. An investor becomes a holder of a 105 call when the market is 104. If the option is traded, there you go. Look at you, Clayton. You know better than me. I don't even know. I don't care. But that's good. If the option is traded later at a higher premium, what are the tax consequences? So if you buy the calls at 104 and then later you sell them for a higher premium, what's the deal? Okay. An investor becomes a holder of his easy to call. Boom. There you go. Kid, go out, get out of here. Go to sleep. I'm probably going to kill it in like 10 minutes or so, but we'll see. So, okay, that's easy. So here we go. So cost basis is what you buy it for. Okay. Proceeds is what you sell it for. Okay. Proceeds. Okay. Cost base is what you pay for it. Okay. Right. Because it's always going to be short term, really, pretty much always. Okay. Now, so it's cost based when you buy. Now, here's the other thing to remember. If you buy a call or you sell a put, your break even is cost basis. Remember this, guys, for the 7. If you buy a call or sell a put, it's your break even is your cost basis. If you buy a put or sell a call, your break even is going to be proceeds. Okay, awesome. Let me answer this. Think we're right. It's a capital gain. Boom. It's a capital gain because we bought and sold. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, here we go. Another option. An investor goes long 7 TRV, Feb 110 calls at 6, and long 7 TRV 110 puts at 5. So this is what is it? So when the market price is 107, what are the break evens? So look, there's 2 break evens. That means we're in the straddle world. What are my break evens, people? And you're right, Carol, holding period does not matter. Okay. Nobody has this. So this is a long straddle, right? So this is a long straddle. You buy a call, buy a put. And since it's 2 buys or 2 sells, it's 2 buys. It's the same. You're going to add the premiums. So it's 6 plus 5 is 11. Okay. So you're going to add 11. You're going to go 110 up 11 to 121 and down 11 from 110. So that's going to be what, 99, right? Is that 99? Can't do the math, right? So it's going to be 121 and 99. Is that a choice? Yeah. Top right. Okay, good. Everyone's got it right. So I hope everyone did. Well, I don't have 22 answers. But so if the long straddle, I bought both. Okay. I had a long straddle, you add the premiums, that's 11. You're going to add the 11 to the call and get 121. And you're going to subtract the 11 from the 110 to get 99. I love it. I keep trying to press the wrong one. Boom. I love it, guys. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, here we go. Boom. Okay, here we go. So they're asking, what does the SEC require people to report financial? Everything but. Lots of quietness. I like this. So SEC has reporting requirements for all the following except. Tim, I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So all these three things, one of them, well, it doesn't matter that it's not a secure. I get it. That's interesting, right? So reporting requirements. Okay, I like this because well, fixed UATs are not securities. I agree. But here's my thing on this: they are covered by the investment. Well, aren't they covered? Are fixed UATs covered by the Investment Company Act of 1940? Are the fixed UATs covered by the Investment Company Act of 1940? What a great question. I thank you, Carol. I'm going to go with munis myself, okay? Because yes, they're not securities, okay? But the SEC does address them, and since they're investment companies, they will have to report. So they may not be, but there's a type of investment company. So I'm going to go with munis because munis are state laws. They don't have to follow federal law. Boom. It's tricky, right? Because it wasn't asking what a security is, they're asking reporting requirements. And munis do not have reporting requirements. They're fucking exempt. Watch, I'll be wrong, but I'm going with that. Okay. Here we go. Another option. I love it. Let's do this. Let's get to question 50. And then I'll kill it. And then hopefully I'll finish it up later. That's either later tonight or tomorrow morning and go from there. Okay. They don't. Carol, they don't. Like I use this example. Why was there not a federal mask mandate? It doesn't matter the political reason. They can't do it. The federal government can't tell the states what to do. That's why the free state of Florida is so wonderful. Okay, just throwing it out there. They can do a lot of things. There are certain things like civil rights that they can do, but stuff like this, they can't regulate them. States are exempt. Okay. That's called federalism. Okay. The whole reason we're here. Okay. No, I'm very small government, big state person. Seven short puts at 18 are combined with 7 long from 50. Okay. So short puts, this is a spread of some type, right? Okay. Let's write this down. I never do options without writing it down. So don't do this shit in your head. Okay. So I sold a 170 put at 18. They do some big ass prices. And then I bought a 150 put at 875. So now I know that the sell put is dominant, so I know we're bullish. So that's going to help me out here. You don't have to do it this way, but that's why I would do it and then really move on. But 18 minus 8.75 is 925. So my net premium is 925. How do I know that? I subtract because it's a buy and a sell. They're not the same. It's a buy and a sell. You're going to subtract. So I have a 925 premium. So my break even should be 170 minus 9.25. That's 160.75. So my break even should be 160.75, and I'm bullish. So anything above 160.75 is a gain. Anything below is a loss. Right, Ashley, I like it. Okay, here's the thing. So you can do the old which one of these doesn't belong here. So if you know you're bullish, anything above the break evens are no good. So you look for the lowest. So if you're trying to find where you don't make money and it's bullish, you go to the lowest one. Okay. And if you're trying to where you do make money, you find the higher ones. So the answer here is 160, because think about it. Your break even is 160.75 and we're bullish. And my videos explain how to do this too. I don't mean to blow it off, but okay. Yes. I think the same thing, but I think if you don't want to do that, you can do here's my thing. Achievable explains this shit better than anyone else. So if you do the same thing for both, you'll be in good shape. Because get the cap and Q bank because they're hard ass fucking questions. But Achievable does a great job of explaining stuff. Okay. Now so the whole thing here is my break even is 160.75. Did anyone not get that? So look, how do you get the break evens on spreads? Is you net the premiums out, you subtract them, 18 minus 875, right? Okay. Then that gives you 925. I see everyone's going to bed. They're all heading out. That gives you 925. And since it's a put, you're subtracting the higher one. That gives you 160.75. We're bullish, so anything above 160.75 is a gain. So 161 and 162 is 75 is a gain, so we throw that out. 160.75 is a break even, so that's a nothing. And then 160 is the only one that's on the other side. But you can just look at it and go, if it's bullish or bearish, you either pick the lowest or the highest. You pick the one that's on the other side of the break even. I'm going to go with 160. Boom. Okay. 6 more, and then I'm going to let you all go to sleep. Okay. Depletion allowances would most likely. Boom. Yeah, of course I'll be. I do 8:30 to 8:30 to whenever, every Thursday night. But if you're taking the test Friday, be on for a very short time and then go to bed. Okay. Boom. Happy to help, Zoe. And then and then you're done. Think about this. So if you do this right and get your sleep and study investment risks and what the register rep can and can't do, you'll be done on Friday. No more tests. Keep that in mind. So make sure you get the investment risks and what the register rep can and can't do. And watch my quick and dirty. Okay. Which of the following will be okay. I'll take a look at it. Okay. So depletion would most likely be with oil and gas or government bonds or con. So here's the thing. Okay, that's fine. So, if anyone else frozen? Okay. I know you got it, Zoe. Get some sleep. Okay. 100% I know you have this. Depletion allowance will most likely be associated with bits of the following. By the way, Zoe, if you're still on here, make sure notifications on. I may put out a little hype video in the morning or watch my good vibes video. I'll do it nice and early, so it'll get you all going. Okay. So depletion is for when you have when you have God-made stuff you sell. Depreciation is for man-made stuff. Okay. So I think that it's oil and gas, because oil and gas is you're selling stuff and you're depleting it. So you're selling it. I like everyone got it. I love it. Awesome. I really should have started this earlier. Boom. I know you'll see it. Good. I love it, Zoe. We'll get you going. Okay. Go get some sleep. Get off of here, Zoe. Go get some sleep. I need to see this go to 16, so I know you're off here and getting some sleep. Which of the following follows a recession phase in the economic cycle? So it goes expansion, peak, contraction, trough. Boom. Okay. There you go. Okay. That may work. Carol, that's good. Okay. Josh Groban. Right. Exactly. Okay. I'll look him up. Right. So it goes. Now, I don't like when they use the whole recession part, but yeah, it goes expansion, peak, contraction, or recession, trough. I got it. We're good. We know what you meant. So the answer is bottom left, trough. I love it. I love it, guys. Boom. Okay. Which of the following securities? And I'm going to try to do this often enough. I'm going to just pay attention, guys, because I'm going to do it like drop-ins. I'm not going to do it on a set night every night. Okay. I may or may not. Which of the following? Because I'm usually busy teaching. Which of the following security? The only reason I'm really doing this is because my son's lacrosse game was moved to tomorrow for the snow. So I'm going to be running back here to do the live right after the game. Okay. Which of the following securities is not traded in the secondary market? Which is not traded in the secondary market? Remember, not traded. Ooh, I think people are doing well. I think people are doing well on this. I'm going to give you guys a couple more answers. So it's either exchange traded notes, open-end management companies, strips, or REITs. Which ones are not traded on the open market? Okay. My group got smaller, so I'm not going to get as many answers. So here's the thing, Ashley and Miss VP and Carol, we're going to go with open-end management companies. So mutual funds do not trade. They trade in the primary market. And you may hear it after. You may type it in because there's always a delay. Open-end management companies are mutual funds. They trade on the open market. I love it, people. Okay. Which of the following statements regarding covered ESAs and 529 plans are correct? Which of the following statements regarding covered ESAs and 529 plans are correct? Okay, I'm going to give you a couple seconds to nail this one. Okay, does anyone have an answer for this? Or we're not delayed, are we? Okay, here we go. Okay. 529s and covered outs are the same structures. Okay. There are no income phase outs for 529. That's not true. Here we go. Right. So I think we're getting it. Okay. So here's the deal. 529 and covered outs are both. The money goes in after tax, post tax, and it grows tax deferred. And if you use it for qualified reasons, it's tax free. It sounds like it sounds like A is the answer, because I think you can use a certain amount of, I always forget, you can use a certain amount of the 529 to pay for high school too, like 10 grand a year or something like that. Boom, there it is. So the answer here, 529 covered outs have the same tax structure. Goes in after tax, gross tax deferred. If you use it for education, that's legal. Qualified, it's tax free. I love it. Boom, top left. Samantha, you got this. You don't need luck. Go get some sleep. You got this, Samantha. You're gonna nail it. Which exam are you taking, by the way? Okay. Okay, a little margin question, guys. Samantha, you're gonna nail it. Look at this. You get a little last minute support. So I'm glad I came on. You got some love going on you. Good. I'm gonna do this math here. You're gonna nail it. Second time's a charm, right? Second time is a charm for you. 100%. Boom. You're gonna nail it. Just make sure you're. By the way, Samantha, maybe we get off here and go read the customer account section real quick. Go watch the customer account section. It's gonna help. Okay, it's gonna give you some free easy pointers, low hanging fruit, and then watch my quick and dirty. Okay, so now, okay, let's get on this. Open a margin account. I sell short. 35,000 in stock. I deposit the right amount. So remember, credit balance is what you sell it for. Boom, I love it. So do that, and then make sure you do customer accounts. Even not my video, just you can do it, but I would say read it. It's low hanging fruit and easy shit that you want definitely in your head. Okay, so we're gonna do 35,000 plus half of that, so that's plus 17.5, right? Because that's Reg D. So we have 612 million, right? No, 35,000. 35,000 plus 17.5 equals 52.5. What's the minimum maintenance? Oh, that was so easy. I took all that time to do that. See what happens? Read the question. Times 0.3. Boom. You're not watching me do this. Yeah, right. I started doing the math when I didn't have to. Perfect. Samantha and Ashley nailed it. 30%. My minimum maintenance is 12,750. I freaking love it. That's awesome, people. Love it. Okay, two more. A short combination is for what? So, Samantha, you can get this. Boom, you're going to go out. We got 2 more minutes and then you go. Let's get these. End on a solid note. And then I'll do these. I'll pop up and finish these at another time. When something else gets canceled or when I don't have any students at night. I mean, that's the reason I don't have students at night, because they blocked it off. And I had to move all my Thursday ones to Friday. Okay. Because like 4 to 7 is my son's game. Okay, Carol, the 30% is your if in your short margin account, the lowest amount of equity you can ever have in the account is 30%. And if it's a long margin account, the lowest you could ever have is 25%. Yes, damn right, Ashley. It's the minimum maintenance. The minimum equity you can have in an account on the short side is 30% of the market value, and or 25% on the long market value in a long account. There it is. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. We love it neutral. Boom, boom, boom. Whenever you short straddle, short combination, sell, call, sell, put. Always remember, whenever you sell an option, you want it to expire. You want it to die. And the only place a short combo, or a straddle dies is when it closes at the strike price, which is neutral. Short stop. Oh, I'm sorry, Carol. The sound stopped? Or is it just me? So did you hear my answer on that? Uh-oh. Hold on. I'm going to type it in here. I know, but she said this. I know you guys can hear, but I think she said she can. So I'm typing it in. In case that's what she can't hear. Always trying to help out. That was good. And you guys should be doing this one. We're going to end on a solid note, right? Okay. A company wants to hire an underwriter that will pay them up front for an entire bond issuance, regardless of how many bonds are sold. What type of underwriting commitment are they seeking? Okay. So I'm not going to say yes or no, Ashley, until everyone else puts their shit in. From awesome. I got three for your diehards. Okay. So a company wants to hire an underwriter that pay them up front for the time band issue, no matter how. Oh, boom! I love it. Everyone got it right. That is awesome. Awesome. Okay, that's awesome. So now that's awesome, guys. That was great. That was a lot of fun. So we got 50 in, and there goes my light. It just sent it flying. Okay, it's plugged under here now. That was awesome. I'm very happy with that. Oh God, look how ugly I am. See, look at that. It's like a double reverse. Hey, okay. So now, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna try to finish that. I'll either finish it myself and then publish it. Now this will show up on YouTube in about an hour or two, maybe tomorrow morning and stuff like that. But I don't know if Eric, you're still on here or not. So okay. So now Miss VP, I would be taking exams. Meta, I love you too. Okay, so now I would be taking exams every day and then reviewing your lowest sections. 100%. That's you should be taking a final every day and then reviewing it. But here's the thing. Think about this. Every so often, when you do an exam, create one on Kaplan, take out margin, DPPs, and balance sheet because they're barely tested and they're overly hard tested on there. Tim, thank you guys for coming. Carol, thanks for coming. Miss VP. Rotate. Do one with explanations, one without. And if you see your scores lower with the explanations, which it usually is because people freak out, turn off the explanations. It's the best way. Guys, Samantha, everyone, good luck, Samantha. You're going to nail it. Guys, thank you, everyone, for coming on. I love doing this. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 8:30, and then I'll finish this. I'll do another live, so make sure the notifications are on, the little bell thing. So when I come on again, you'll know when we can finish this test. I'll jump on. We'll do 50. And then maybe we'll do the next 25 at the end. And then Samantha will come on and tell us that she fucking kicked the shit out of this test. Look, if I'm going to go out and I'm not going to be demonetized on my channel, let's just go out with a freaking bang, okay? We got this. Samantha, get some sleep. Get off of here. We got this. I know that everyone's going to nail this. Where's my other one? Hold on. Where are you if you're still on here? Where's my person taking the... Does she go already? Maybe she's gone. Oh, Zoe. Hopefully, boom. I hope you're gone off of here. Boom. Okay, because you should get some sleep. Everyone, thanks for coming on. I'll see you all tomorrow night at 8:30 sharp. Well, sharpish. I showed up at 8:31. Have a good night, and I will talk to you all on the downside. 2 hours. We got 2 hours in. Not bad. Okay. Thank you, guys. Catherine, thank you for coming on. Carol, I'm glad you made it to your house safely. I was worried that you wouldn't get there. And we got this. Tim, we got this.